Hi guys, my name is Imisha, and I'm here to talk about my GMAT journey with Jamboree. So I recently appeared for the GMAT and I was able to score a 770. Breakdown includes a V46 and a Q50. So first of all, I'd like to thank Jamboree for their support throughout for enabling me to achieve my desired score. And this video is basically to talk about how to use the Jamboree material to your advantage to get a score of at least a 700 plus. So I'm going to talk about how to go about the live sessions, to go about the prep material that's available on the Jamboree website, to talk about the practice tests, the sectional test, as well as the full length tests. I'm going to begin with the live session. So one thing that I would highly recommend anybody who's using Jamboree for the GMAT prep is to maintain a logbook, right? Any tips and tricks that the verbal and the quant professor gives while during the live sessions, we should definitely maintain a log of them because these tips and tricks might come very handy once we start practicing. Uh, and if we pick them up and make a note of them during the sessions, we'll see that we're already 10-20% done with our preparation once we start practicing. Mm, Another thing is that we should solve all the pre-session materials very diligently. In fact, even in-session materials should be solved very diligently. One thing that should be kept in mind is, especially for verbal, try picking up the way the professor approaches certain sentence correction or critical reasoning questions, right? So the tips and tricks that she or he might talk about will help you eliminate a few options very easily in sentence correction. The tips and tricks of how to approach different critical reasoning questions, which might include weaken questions or strengthen questions or assumption questions, they will help you get a knack of what GMAT is actually testing. So that's about the in session, how to go about using the live sessions. Once you're done using the live sessions, do definitely go through all the quant and the verbal material once again, just so that you know you're 100% thorough with the concepts before you begin practicing. Now, about practicing, especially if you're looking to score high in quant, Jamboree provides you with an advanced quant book. It's more than sufficient, so make sure you solve it thoroughly twice, thrice, until and unless you start getting all the questions right, and that's when you know that you're gonna get a Q 45 plus, right? And for verbal, try solving one sentence correction, one critical reasoning, and one reading comprehension set that is available on the Jamboree website every day. Do this for all the 10 or 15 or all the 15 plus sets that are available. So 15 days are covered. Make sure you maintain an error log. And keep tracking your progress and updating your verbal professor about your progress. Once these steps are covered, you should move on to the sectional tests, sectional quant as well as verbal tests. So the purpose of these tests is to prepare you to maintain a particular speed so that you are able to solve all the questions within the stipulated time, as well as enable you to have an idea of where you're standing in terms of your preparation, or where how ready are you to give the GMAT exam. I would also recommend that 3 or 4 weeks into your prep, take one full length Jamboree test and see where your score lies. Generally, a plus 50 or a plus 60 from the Jamboree full length test is something you can expect in the real GMAT examination, considering Jamboree tests are actually way tougher than the real GMAT test, at least in my opinion. So then go ahead with sectional tests. Try to take one sectional test of verbal and quant once in every 3 days. Do this for another 2-3 weeks and then move on to full length tests. By that time you should be, good to go. You will have a great grip on the concepts, you'll have a great grip on your timing, and then you can just attack more peripheral issues. And by that time, once you've taken a full length test, you will also be able to identify where your weaknesses are. So this is a broad overview of how I used the entire Jamboree material step to step in order to get a score of 770 in Jamboree. More than willing to answer any questions, to give further guidance on how to use the material best, or any other questions that anybody might have. Please feel free to reach out to me at Imisha Debuka 38@gmail.com. That is IMISHADEBUKA 38@gmail.com. Okay, bye guys. Take care and all the best for your exam.